Hi, welcome to Leaders Countdown for the holidays number 5. And today, the topic is about the best gift of all, sharing of yourself. And so I don't know if you remember who I am. I'm Jean Parker, and I'm a leadership and executive coach with over 16 years experience as a CFO and a further 10 years as an educator. And I work with emerging leaders to help them get a jump on how to lead through connection, collaboration, innovation, and getting the most out of their team. So today's topic about giving of yourself. So the first thing I want to talk about is the persona of being a leader. You know how in the morning you get up and you get on those work clothes and you put your armor on. It's like, this is who I am. And partly we need that to fake it till we make it. But to become the leader who is authentic, who can show their person, to get out of the head and into the whole body, that you show your heart and who you are. So it's about letting go of being perfect at bed. And one of my favorite writers right now is Brené Brown. And, she talks about the shift into being really authentic. And she writes about vulnerability. And it is vulnerable to be real. It's easier to have the armor on, but there's real benefits to the growth of you and your team to actually show who you are. So, and let's face it, in reality, we're not always right. We don't always have the answers. And especially today, with the body of knowledge that's out in the world, there's so many places to find the answers. And the other thing is we only have one perspective. We're one person. And the power of really hearing those other perspectives from other people is it makes the answers and the solutions become better. So why is it important to your employees for you to become more authentic, to be less about the persona? Well, one is you end up being more approachable. And being approachable is one of the 4 tenets of transformational leadership. So it's really the way to allow people in. Secondly, it allows you to model to your employees how they can take risks. So if you're sharing yourself, then they see that they don't have to be perfect, that they can take risks and they can learn. And together you can explore solutions. Very important. Okay? Also, as you go down this path, you start to understand more about who you are and who your employees are. And you can get to the real work of leadership, which is about growing the potential in other people. And also, if you share who you are, then the employee actually feels like they're included. They're part of this. They're let into the team. So it's important. And then there's that big benefit of connection. It's a way to get real and connected with other people. So an overall arching piece that can help your organization if you go down this path is you start to grow a culture that is about learning and growth and less about being perfect. So here's some tips on how to do it. I think one thing you'd want to do is to start to explore yourself, what your own story is. Like, what's the heart of your own growth? So you have that. And then share it. Like, what were the struggles? How did you overcome them? And what have you learned and grown? So that people see that as a leader, it is about growth. And, I'll throw this one in, the Outliers book where we talk about 10,000 hours to become a master in something. So, letting people know that it's always about the growth, even as a leader. You don't step in with all the answers. And also, in this process, be kind to yourself. This is not about, bearing your soul to the world. It's about, and leaving, it's not about judgment. It is about learning again. So you need to think about, it's sharing, not bearing. What are the boundaries around what you're going to put out there? And also, just reach out there at a personal level with other people. What are they interested in? What are their passions? What are their hobbies? Who are they? Right? It's this connection. So, here's an example of my own story. So I was a CFO for over 16 years, and really good work, because I went with these companies that always need to change and improvement, and that's what I love, right? And creative thinking and innovation. It was my passion. But on the other side, what I was starting to find out was I was burnt out and disconnected. And I started to dub myself as the lone wolf in my own head. And I went, okay, there's something missing here. I'm not getting enough of this connection, because at the time there was about this proving to be right all the time, proving, so less about the connection. And so I started to explore where I could find that. I moved into education and found more collaboration. And then the last couple of years, I moved into coaching. And what I found here was this whole conversation around talking to people in a way that we get the solutions out of them and they feel like they're being heard. And in that process, I found a way that a leader could still lead, but be connected. So, what led to my own angst at the beginning has led to me being more open to this whole approach that, there's a better way to lead, a way to lead from the heart. So I challenge you, your mission during this holiday is to let down that cloak, that persona cloak, and be more you. Let other people see who you are. So if you like what you've heard today, you can read more about me and see some of my videos on jeanparker.com. And till the next time, take care.